shame on Mawrk Chernoff.
Well,
WFAN and Mawrk
That's
Chernoff.
a dramatic thing. Shame on
shame on him.
What's the shame for that?
WFAN and Mawrk Chernoff, on one hand, promotes Mike and the Mad Dog for the National Radio Hall of Fame. Okay, they're promoting a show on their station. Yet, on the other hand, they allow the morning show to use audio of you and from your show with the sole purpose of mocking and making fun of you. It's a complete contradiction, and it's unconscionable.
But it's jealousy. Don't worry about that.
Total jealousy. But how does Mawrk Chernoff allow one host on one show mock another host on the same station?
Listen, we're all big boys. That's okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's really. I'm serious. I'm not. Listen.
I think it's outrageous.
I don't worry. Do you think whatever they say? Do you think it's going to bother me?
I think it rolls off your back just fine.
It does.
I think you sleep at night with no problem.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
I don't worry about that stuff.
But I still think it's absolutely unconscionable.
And they don't like that we're nominated for the Hall of Fame.
Oh, I think it drives them up a wall.
Well, I mean, that's just pure jealousy.
I think it drives them up a wall.
But I can't worry about that stuff.
But how are they allowed to use clips from your show? I don't understand that. Do you allow them to use clips from your show?
I've never really cared.
Is it property of WFAN so they can use whatever they want?
Yeah, it's not my property. Yeah, I have no. It's the station's property.
Well, that's what I mean. It's the WFAN.
I could use clips of their show. If I could sit here and play their mistakes, but I don't care about their show. I never listened to it. I've never listened to a word of it. I wouldn't put their stuff on my air. I don't want to do that.
You're better off walking your kids to the bus.
I wouldn't subject my audience to that. I wouldn't do that. I don't worry about other shows. I worry about this show. I really, people should believe that. I don't worry about other shows. I don't listen.
Oh, I totally believe it.
I don't ever turn that show on. I've never listened to a word of that show.
I actually woke up this morning. If MSNBC's not on, unfortunately,
and if they can find something that they can knock me with, they're going to do it. That's okay. I mean, listen, I'm not perfect. I'm going to make a mistake. I'm going to make a mistake in 30 hours a week. There's going to be a couple.
And if they think like the Wheeler thing was like the biggest thing that's happened to them all year.
Yeah, and listen, I screwed up the Wheeler thing yesterday, except I corrected it within 30 seconds, which they didn't tell anybody because my guys were sharp enough to say,
he counted every time you mentioned whether it was, from a report from last year.
That's it. I mean, I don't report the things they get wrong because I don't care. They get a million things that are laughable. I don't care because I don't care about their show. I have no interest. They are fascinated about me. I understand that, and they are so jealous they can't see straight.
They can't get.
I screwed up yesterday.
They might as well be Mongos.
And I walked in yesterday, and I screwed up that because I heard him say Wheeler went to the hospital yesterday, which he did, and I thought it was a live report. My guys told me within 30 seconds it wasn't, and we corrected it. That's all. We corrected it, and if they were being honest, they'd say we corrected it within 30 seconds. So it was a bogus. They had me saying that he was injured, but I corrected it within 30 seconds because my guys were sharp enough to pick it up. They bailed me out. They said, that's not a live report. I said, okay. And we corrected it 30 seconds later. Because I knew we went to the hospital yesterday. I thought I was looking at a live report. I made a mistake. I've made mistakes before. People like to jump on my mistakes. But when you do it on the station, it's because they can't see straight. They can't see straight. They're so jealous. And that's sad. I mean, I feel bad for them. You know what? Soon I'll be retired, and then they can go about their business like they do now. And I won't know any difference because I'd never paid attention to them since the day they've been here. Not one day. And they don't affect me or my show. So I don't worry about that stuff. I can't be more honest than that, folks. I don't care. They can say whatever they want. When I just say this, consider the source. You'd have to have some respect for someone before you could ever let what they say bother you. It doesn't bother me.